President Biden's going after, wait for it, now he's going after rent gouging landlords. Watch this.
My administration is cracking down on big corporations who break antitrust laws by price fixing to keep the rents up. Landlords should be competing to give folks the best deal, not conspiring to charge them more. We're also going after what I call unfair rental and junk fees. Folks are tired of being played for suckers, and I'm tired of letting them be played for suckers. We're also expanding rental assistance to over 100,000 more low-income families.
Okay. New York Post political writer Jon Levine joins me now.
Well,
Biden, go ahead, have at it.
Price fixing is a crime if that's actually happening. But I think what's much more likely is that prices are just high because we've been through several years of very high inflation, which has obviously come down, but things are sticky. And even Janet Yellen, I know I've seen on this show, has said that high prices will be with us for a long time. And it's going to take a while for things to adjust from the inflationary period we came from. So I just think rents are high right now. There's nothing we can really do about it.
I suspect that his going after landlords will be popular. Right. You gouging rent. Landlords are never popular. They're easy targets.
He's just throwing away goodies to different constituencies in an effort to shore up his base in advance of the election.
He goes after the big food companies. Get your prices down. Shrinkflation. Put more chips in the bag.
Student loans. Here's free money. Don't pay your debts. Yeah. Come vote for me.
Go on.
The problem is that his policies have hurt the big guy in all these situations, the landlord and the companies. Their costs have gone up, so they're passing them on. So, yeah, maybe rents have gone up, but there's a million reasons why.
Prices are set by supply and demand, aren't they?
Right. And, you know, when the federal government gets involved in housing, we all remember the 2008 housing collapse. That was because the federal government tried to incentivize home buyership in a way that wasn't supported by the market, and you just distort real prices, and it only can lead to bad ends.
I think so. Senator Bernie Sanders, he's launching a podcast. He's asking for money while promoting a book that bashes capitalism. Don't shake your head too vigorously there, but go ahead.
You know, for a man that hates capitalism, he sure does a lot of capitalism. That's sort of the epitaph for Bernie.
I know what you're going to say.
I mean, forget about the podcast. He's got, the book is called The Problem with Capitalism, or Reasons to Hate Capitalism or something. He's got 3 homes. He is a millionaire. He used to talk about being against the millionaires and the billionaires until someone pointed out, hey, you're a millionaire. I have to feel bad for him because he has made a lot of money. He's been financially very successful, but he must be consumed by self-loathing and self-hatred for what he can't take any personal joy in what he has personally achieved for himself. It's pathological.
What has he done? He's been in the Senate for heaven knows how many years. He was the mayor of Burlington, Vermont at one time. Then he was in the House. He went for his honeymoon in the Soviet Union and never came back. And what has he ever done?
He's never actually had a real job.
No.
It's always just been a government employee.
I tell a lie. I think he once had a post office named. I do believe he did that.
True. Maybe there's a post office.
And
we can check the congressional
to the eternal shame of the United States Senate that the chair of the Senate Budget Committee is a socialist. That is an appalling thing.
You know, you think after the Cold War we put that ideology to bed, but it lingers on like a zombie.
And an 82-year-old brings it back home. Yeah. Why are you making a sour face?
I forgot he honeymooned in Russia?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the Soviet Union.
Oh, the Soviet Union, my bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
The good old days.
Exactly.
He's on tape saying how wonderful the Moscow metro system is. And there's nothing wrong with collective control. I think I've exhausted this subject. How about you, John?
I mean, it's just these ideas just continue to linger on. They never die. Maybe one day, but not today.
Not yet. John, you're all right. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me.